Ani, Maisha Collins, Meanwhile, Wabaness, Indigenous Cause. Shawanaga First Nation in Donjaba, Gigo in Dodem. Anishinaabe Kwe, Meanwhile, Shaganash Kwe in Dow. Hello, my name is Maisha Collins and my spirit name is Little Apple. I live in Shawanaga First Nation and I come from the Fish Clan. I identify myself as an Anishinaabe woman and a white woman. Why do you think your daughter feels as though she was unaware of her native race as a child?
It was never a thought just to bring it up, to be like, yeah, okay, you're native or you're Ojibwe. Like, it never dawned on me to say anything because I never learned that way.
I pretty much grew up like white, and it just really became more clear to me when I moved back home, like to Shawanaga. The culture I wanted to be a part of was kind of just like left with me, really, because I would talk to my mom about it, but she didn't really have the answers for me, and so I tried with my grandma. She didn't really know how to give me the answers, but she did offer to make a regalia to dance at the powwows, but I don't think she knew how big of a gift that would be to me. It's really impacted my life, the regalia. That's something I'll always carry with me in my bundle. And when I danced, I danced. When I got to high school and I met Miss Hupfield, the native language teacher at our school, she was able to give me everything I was missing. Do you think there's a divide between native and non-native students in this school?
Oh yeah, there's a huge divide. It's just because they don't take the time to understand and they're really ignorant about it.
The more I got involved with native stuff, like doing the dancing and learning my culture, it was like this was getting pushed away. What is your personal struggle being native, non-native, or both in this school?
So I identify as Métis, and a lot of the time I'm respected more by my quote-unquote white friends than I am by my Aboriginal friends, just because it sounds like I'm not actually Aboriginal and I'm just saying that, so I'm not the stereotypical Aboriginal student.
This was just like a big thing, and it was like the more I wanted to bring this one back, then this one would get pushed away, and it was like, do you feel welcomed in native language classes, native clubs, and or activities?
Theoretically, I feel welcomed. I feel like the invitation has been put out, but I don't feel practically that I am welcomed. At the same time, I wouldn't want to be the only white student in an all native language class, or
I don't necessarily feel that I'm welcome to native classes, activities, or events because I think that I don't belong there in a sense.
Do you feel welcomed as a native, non-native, or both to clubs or school activities?
I do feel welcome as a native in activities, because a lot of my friends have done it, or I don't know, people just don't see me as native or see me as like the stereotypical Indian, I guess.
It was like I really ended up feeling like when I came to school, it was like I had to choose. It was like, okay, am I walking through the native door and being native today? Or am I walking through the white door and am I being white today? Do you think there is a divide between native and non-native students in this school?
I think sometimes there is a division between native and non-native students. I think sometimes that's put into place by the students themselves. Maybe it's from misunderstandings or understandings they think that they have, that people want that division.
I think the best way I can answer this is yes and no. My hunch is that the divide is greater when perceived by our First Nations kids. For a large number of our students in the school, they don't think about their identity or their ethnicity or their culture when they walk in the building. I think they walk in as somebody who has decided, I'm going to establish my identity this way, and they walk into our school. And so the problem I think sometimes that occurs is in a classroom, kids see every kid for who they are, like as an individual. And I wonder sometimes, I really wonder, is in being treated the same or being treated just as one of many, if there's this feeling on the part of some students that their identity is not being respected because they've put this at the forefront of their personal identity. Our First Nations kids can sometimes feel like there's this divide, that they're not being recognized for who they are.
I don't want there to be a line anymore. I don't want people to feel afraid to come close to the line, or only want to come to the line when they have like 7 other people doing it. And I just want to say I'm a proud Anishinaabe and a proud Irish and Scottish woman, and I'm not going to pick what days I want to be non-native and what days I want to be native anymore.